All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone on down. Shalom to the whole children of Israel, and I've been here as one of the brothers also. Just the brother Yarmaya Bud coming back to you with a hopefully edifying while I extort a lesson, I really had nothing lined up, The spirit, hit me, I was meditating or something, and the spirit hit me, and I just clicked the button. So basically, I was just thinking to myself, man, as we all do from time to time, hopefully, but it's nothing for us in this place, man. Even when Peter, was talking to the Lord about, like, what is there to turn back to, man? You know, it's nothing for us to turn back to, because, the initial thought was, like, bro, it's nothing's for me, but through the Spirit, the conclusion was the truth is for me, through the Spirit. Because ultimately, when you understand what you're into, when you understand that, hey, this is life, this is life or death. We really are presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice for the Lord, man. We are really, forsaking ourselves on the daily for the Lord, man. And the more you understand that, the more you realize how much we actually go off also, you know? To know that, hey, fuck, I just did this, or fuck, I just did that, like, fuck, I just did that, it'll pile up on you, man. And demons mess with your head, but ultimately, we gotta stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because in the times to come, these people not gonna stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So if you got this truth, man, forsake all, man. You know, forsake all, because, man, it's nothing here, man. It is nothing here, man. Matthew 19:27. Hmm. One second. All right, come. Matthew 19 verse 27. So, like, then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So Peter said, we have forsaken all and followed thee. We gotta forsake this, man. We gotta cast this off. You know, we gotta really let everything roll off our shoulders, man, through the Spirit of the Lord, man. Because, hey, Peter was one of the 12, man, and he himself said he had to forsake also. So what more of us, man? All of us to be in this truth for however long. You know, you've been in this understanding. However long that the Lord has, brought you into this mercy and into this grace. You know, you've been forsaken, man. You've been forsaking things. You've been trying your best to cast things off. Lord willing, you've been you know killing off the old man. You know, so and all this comes into to being humble also, man, because it's a lot of people that's too proud to serve the Lord, man. They'll hear everything else. They'll hear everything, but the second they hear they can't eat crab, shrimp, pork, and lobster, they'll be like, nah, I can't get with that. You know, oh, it's not worship the woman. I can't get with that. Oh, it's not a women and kid friendly doctrine. I can't get with that. Well, you go die. You know, it's not really hard to understand, but well, through the scriptures we understand that they were blinded, man. So for them to not even come into this grace and knowledge, it's it's extremely humbling for you to even be in this grace and knowledge, because the Lord could have set you up and you could have had that demon on you, man. You know, you so like, ooh, shit. So like, and you could have been a scoffer, man. You know, and with the Pesach coming up, the Passover coming up, man. We understand it's only gonna get worse to the Lord comes back, man. The wickedness is going to continue, man. Because like the LDR Mike was going to not too long ago. He was going to basically how people are killing their parents, now their grandparents, putting their hands on grandparents, you know, because like bro, the love of many is waxing cold, you know, because we're coming into in the times, man. No, we're in the times. We're at the foot, man, of the statue. We're at the feet, man. The statue of Daniel's. So wickedness is going to keep growing. It's going to get worse. The worst has not happened, man. The worst has not happened yet, because we are still in the green tree. Because hey, you can still go to the store. You can Jake. These niggas can still go to the store and buy wraps. These niggas can still hit that e-vape. The e-cig. You know Still do they all they weird demonic whatever Jake do, man. The wickedness they do, man. They're still able to indulge in it, man. Just like I said, they're still able to go to the store, get their wraps, walk all the way back to the crib, without a shirt, and go back in their crib, cook, warm up some abominable food, order some abominable food, cook some abominable food, then brag about it, and lay in their bed, and snug as a bug in a rug, and wake up the next day, man. So we're still in the green tree, man. You know, we're not we're not in the worst time yet, man. Um, Salakia, Salakia, I'm butchering shit out there. Luke 23:31, for if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So I saw a video not too long ago, a bugged out Jake, whatever. I guess he was in a naked homo, right? And he was chasing some guy throughout New York or whatever, and the guy was super bugged out. It was videos of people eating rats on the streets, man. People running through store doors. That takes a lot of strength. Like if you felt a store door, even out here in Chicago, or anywhere perhaps, you ever hit the glass a little bit. Bro, these people have serious demons on them, man. These people have a legion on them, man. People have a lot, because you got to think about how many demons, because a lot of people fall at this truth because they can't handle the demons that come with it, man. Because it's never going to be a point where you're not being attacked, man. You know, and that's another reason why we stress out being around brothers, because demons they're not going to really mess with you when you're around brothers. And I say that like that because demon might hop on somebody, around you to do a little something, and you might fall at it and go off, get rebuked. You know what I'm saying? Just little things. But as far as, you being in the house, getting tore up in your mind, your mental, and not praying it off, we have to pray, man. Because, like I was trying to go into, basically, if you don't have your how about Shemi Shine, if you're not calling on them names, and if you're not praying to those names to get those demons off you while you're being under attack, then you're in a fight with Iron Mike, and you just got your hands down in his face, taunting him. It's not going to work. You're not going to win. Okay? At no point are you going to win that fight. So, pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and try to be around, just the men of the Lord as much as possible, man. Because the way I think about it, man, for real, if I truly believe that everybody I'm around, and through the scriptures, I know that some men are going to fold, and our Rasazah, we endure it to the end, man. But I believe everybody around me is part of the elect, man. For real. Cause if you're in this truth, you gotta believe that you a man of the Lord, a woman of the Lord. You know, you gotta believe that. Cause if I didn't believe in me being a man of the Lord, then that means I don't believe in all the things and all the salvation that the Lord has gave me, man. Yeah, and when I say salvation, I mean escapes. Being saved from certain situations that I was in that I got out of, man. You know, I can't say, oh nah, probably not. No, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is there for those who trust in Him, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is theirs for those that call on Him, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is there for those who are sincere, who really love Him. Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken, or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? Not one, man. So what more of you, man? Hey, look, let me get this also, because this is a big part, man. Cause through the Spirit lately, I've been understanding, you know, why there's so many exhortation scriptures, man. Why there's so many scriptures tell you to keep fighting. You gotta mortify the flesh, man. Because, bro, the flesh, the flesh is like Frieza and Goku, man. The flesh is just a hating nigga, man. The flesh cause the flesh has never not once told you a good thought, man. Okay. So with that being said, we need to cling on to the Spirit. What has the flesh told you, that you just sitting down, in a situation, in the world or whatever, and you think in the flesh tell you something, you just like, yeah, that's on point. No, man. The flesh is wicked as all hell, man. It's completely contrary. It's completely contrary to the Spirit, man. It's the balance. Matthew 20, because the Spirit is wisdom, man. The Spirit is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it's a comfort. Having knowledge, understanding, and wisdom from the Lord is a comfort, man, because you understand what's happening. You understand why it's going to happen. You're going to understand why it did happen. Matthew 26:41, watch and pray. And through the Spirit, we just went into that. Watch and pray. Because for the Thunderous Thursday, I do with a few bros. We did a lesson on watching, being attentive, being on point, being made aware of, to look out for, watch and pray. The scripture say also give supplication, man. Beg to the Lord, beseech the Lord, beg the Lord to get them demons off you, man. Because who you think allowed them to be on your ass, man? The Lord has sent demons on you just so you can pray to Him, man. Don't forsake the Spirit and don't vex the Spirit, man. For real. The Lord gave us tools, man. And through the Spirit, man, we all gotta pick them up more, man. Because, man, we're fighting very, very serious battles, man. We're fighting a very, very hard war, man. Because this is the end of all wars, man. This is it. After this, when World War III comes, well, it's already here, but it's not into full effect yet. But when them missiles come down, man, and the Lord cleanse this place with fire, Jake is gonna be perfect, man. Jake, Israel is going to be perfect again. The 12 tribes of Israel is going to be perfect again, man. He's going to give us a fleshly heart and not a stony heart, man. Our heart's going to be perfect with the Lord, man. We will never go off again. These heathens will be subject under us. They'll be paying tributes to us, man. you know? So, you know, and also make a point on that. If we got this coming, why are you dropping it? You know, even going back to the point earlier, crab, shrimp, pork, and lobster. Why are you dropping it for that, man? Why? 'Cause I guarantee you, it was hella demons in their head that made them go off and do that, man. It takes the lust of the eye, then the lust of the eye. The demons give you a little push, you know. Then once you take that little step and you don't rebuke it, then they'll give you more of a push. Then they'll turn around and wait their friends to come over and give you more of a push and jump on you. And now you can't even rebuke them because you don't even know that the Lord not dealing with you no more, man. We don't know our last strike with the Lord. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. So, Baba Gashah, I beseech you, brethren, stay on point and pray. You know, it's something I'm trying to do a lot more, especially in these times. Like I mentioned earlier, the Passover coming up, the time's getting worse. The demons are only going to get stronger. In a battle, I was telling a brother yesterday, you know, hey, this battle, the swords are going to come faster. You know, there's going to be more swords coming, and the mud's going to get wetter. You know, the mud's going to get more slippery, and the swords are going to start coming faster. There's going to be more swords, and you got to keep moving, and the way you're moving is through the spirit. All right? The way you're ducking and dodging and recovering and grounding getting your base back is staying in his faith and praying and fearing Yahweh, praying to and fearing Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and believing on him and having faith in him, man. All right? Having faith that his word will not return unto him void, man, because the Lord said it wouldn't. So you got to believe that. Matthew 26:41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So the flesh will want to do that. The flesh will want to hop on the gram and scroll for an hour. The flesh will want to hop on TikTok and scroll for an hour. You feel me? You get the point. But well, basically the flesh is going to drive you to do those things because, you know, I forgot the quote, but basically it's to the effect of it's not that you lack time, it's just that you're not using the time that you have wisely, you know? And that cut me. I'm cut by that, man. Like, Khan, you know, that's right. That's on point. Because we do have a lot of time in the day, but, the second we try to watch a video, the second we try to do something, you know, spiritual, something we try to do something, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Productive. You know, then we'll want to, oh, yeah, let me check this highlight out. All of a sudden, oh, let me press this one. And it's folly. You know, it might be some celebrity drama. It might be some basketball highlights, football highlights. Who knows? You know? Whatever the flesh, you know, whatever your spirit is in your likes, you know? So, again, watch and pray. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. You know, pray. Lord, Baba Kashah, the temptation of poor God, this temptation of poor crab lobster, Baba Kashah, get off me. Because if you keep praying and you really forsaking and fighting that, the Lord not finna let you just sit there, man, with your shield up, getting bombarded by all these demons. You know, the shield of faith. You know, praying is faith, man, because you believe that the Lord's hearing you, man. You believe that He is, you know, Yahweh. You know? So, basically, the Lord's not going to leave you there with your shield up, you know, against, you know, you tucked with your shield against the wall, against the corner of the wall or on the floor. The demons just jumping on you, trying to get you to, oh, yeah, it's right there and smoking hot. And, you know, you just praying the Lord, you know, He's not going to forsake you, man. He's just not going to leave you there fighting by yourself. He might actually take the temptation away from you. You know? You might have it where somebody else come and grab that shit off the table or like it just fall on the floor or something. Who knows? But at the end of the day, He's not going to forsake you, man. And you're going to get blessed. That's you setting up your riches in heaven. You know? Nah, let me not do this. You know? Boom, 1 shekel. You feel me? So, through the Spirit, you know, I didn't want to be just streaming the long lesson, but I know it's all the Spirit. You know, I brought this out. The flock was edified. You know, gratification from this and exhortation. So, with that, I'm going to praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakardash. Again, double honor to the elders and apostles on down. Shalom to the virtue in Israel. We're not going to hear his word, but do this. Also, Shalom. Wa Baba.